Hello, water signs. Welcome to your weekly collective reading. Okay, so normally I post these on Mondays. However, I had a scheduling conflict yesterday. I was not able to get these out, but here we are on Tuesday. So I apologize for the delay, but we're here now. And we're going to get all into the energy of the week for you water signs. So please make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell. That way you know when I do post the videos so you don't miss them. And let's get an overall energy, excuse me, for your week. And then we're going to get into the Akashic Tarot. As usual, I'm going to look at what's working against you, what's working for you, and what's unseen. And then I'll clarify with traditional tarot, and we'll pull some more oracle cards. The last reading that I did for fire signs was pretty amazing. So let's see what we need to know for you water signs. Ooh, second house resources. This is interesting to me because the reading that I did for fire signs was number 50. This one is number 40. So when we see the number 4, that's about practicality, all right? The foundation, security, and resources. And we have the number 0. So 0 is like endless possibilities when you tap into your natural resources, okay? And let's see if anything else. We are the collective reading, the one that I did on TikTok, right? If you haven't seen that, make sure you watch that too, because it was also about financial security. Very interesting. So let's see what the Akashic Tarot wants to say. We'll see how resources applies to the energies. So let's see. I love, love, love this deck, you guys. Especially connected with the tarot. All right, let's see what's working against you. We have the 3 of Forces in reverse, okay? What's working for you? We have initiation and Count Saint Germain, if I can speak. And then what is unseen? We have the Queen of Scrolls. All right, so whenever we see the bird's nest in reverse, I'm just putting this deck down. Whenever we see the 3 of Forces, the bird's nest in reverse, it's indicating moving away from something, okay? Maybe branching out on your own when it comes to whatever it is, like if it's career, if it's relationship, whatever this is. And we see the resources, right? You're maybe concerned that you don't have the resources to make this move. But let's get the tarot and see what else we need to know. Because whenever the bird's nest is direct, it talks about preparing for more, okay? So whenever we see this in reverse as something that's working against you, it's a perceived energy working against you, right? There's no force. It's like literally going after you. I know I say that just about in all the videos, but I want you to understand, okay? So whenever we see the 3 of Forces in reverse as something working against you, it's more than likely a fear of branching out and moving forward onto something different. Let's pull a couple of cards. We have the Knight of Swords in reverse, and the Knight of Wands. It's interesting. 2 knights, 2 different opposing actions. There is a desire for personal freedom, okay? There's a real deep desire for personal freedom, but there's fear. So when we see the Knight of Swords in reverse, there is a fear in the mind, and it could be from something that somebody said to you that makes you doubt yourself, okay? Because knights are all about action, and you see this knight running towards their motorcycle, but when it's in reverse, they're not. They're afraid to, but there is this desire, this burning desire to have this freedom. This is very Sagittarius energy here. And it's like, I want to go, but I'm scared. I don't know if I have what it takes to obtain this personal freedom that I am just like itching to get to. But I don't feel like that's working against you. It's just your mind is working against you, your fear. Like our mind can be a really powerful tool, but it can also be a really powerful hindrance, okay? And what's working for you, is we have the initiation and the Count Saint Germain. So whenever this is direct, this talks about you're being initiated up into a new level, okay? And whenever it's reversed, it indicates that you're not quite there yet. And that's not a bad thing, because what this is saying to me is like you have more expanding to do. And this deep desire is pulling you towards this so it can turn direct. So what you feel like is working against you is actually working for you. And you see it's all something like as far as like perception. So let's pull a couple of cards. King of Pentacles. Okay, he keeps showing up. He showed up in the last reading too. Let's see what else. Two of Wands in reverse. Okay. So this is interesting because this showed up in the fire reading, both of these together like this. And I shuffled the cards like 3 or 4 times, like shifting them around, shuffling them. And then you saw me shuffle them just now. So when we see the King of Pentacles, this is about thinking practically. This is about going towards what you're passionate about. And here, look, we have the Two of Wands in reverse, and it looks like the person is looking over here at the Knight of Wands. It looks like they're looking at each other like, yes, I want this personal freedom. And there are things that didn't work out the way you thought they would, but we need to look at what is it that you really want. Okay, if you're feeling constricted, if you're wanting to travel, these are both very good travel cards. Okay. Well, not in reverse, but if you're wanting to travel and explore, then let's start preparing for that. Okay, the King of Pentacles is Taurus energy ruled by Venus. Taurus are very practical thinkers, and they take the right steps to obtain what it is that they want. So this is what's pulling to you. So if you're wanting to level up, then you've got to be able to look at the heart of the situation, be like, okay, it's my fear. It's my own personal doubt. It's my lack of action that is keeping me from leveling up. Okay? And what is unseen is we have the Queen of Scrolls. You are a divine being, and you can tap into these natural resources anytime. Okay, so if you're fearing that you don't have financial resources, okay, well, we've got to get over this fear here. You've got to allow yourself to branch out and to go your own way. As that song is in my head right now. I don't know if it's the Eagles or who sings that song. I'm probably wrong, but anyways, if you don't allow yourself to branch out and to do your own thing because you fear that you don't have what it takes, then you're forever going to be stuck. But this here, like I said, is calling to you. It's pulling at you. And so it's like, okay, I need to take the practical steps. I need to learn how to use what I know, use what I have within, and use what I'm passionate about in order to move forward. And this Queen of Scrolls is telling you, like, you have everything that you need within. You just don't realize it. And you're not going to realize it until you like take that leap of faith and know and trust that what you have inside is what you need. And then anything else the universe will provide. So we have the Hermit in reverse here with the Ten of Pentacles. Look at that. So when we have the Hermit in reverse, this is interesting because this came out in the fire reading as well. This is so funny because I'm telling you, I shuffled 4 times, plus you saw me shuffle here and cut the deck. So when we see the Hermit in reverse, this is like you've got to go within, right, to connect and then apply that knowledge. Know that you have all the resources within, right? Then you apply it to whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. So if you are trying to accrue financial security or wealth, then you have to know that you have all of that. Like you're naturally divinely abundant. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay? You have the knowledge and the wisdom to be abundant. So that's what the second house is about. This is Taurus energy rules the second house. Okay. So you are divinely abundant already. You just have to tap into that resource and you have to know how to apply this higher wisdom, this knowing that you can receive anytime you want. It's just the fear and the doubt that is keeping you stuck. I hope this is making sense. If not, please comment in the comment section and I'll be happy to answer you. But this is all about, you have this higher calling, you have this pull towards you, but it's just your own fear and doubt that's keeping you stuck. And until you acknowledge that, it's going to stay the same. Okay? Because the King of Pentacles can also be stubborn energy, right? So if you're being stubborn and maybe valuing just material success over, all around success and growth, then that will stunt you as well. And that goes perfectly with the collective reading this week that I did on TikTok. It's all about financial security and taking the practical steps forward. We had the wealthy man come out. Well, that's King of Pentacles energy, wealthy man. And it's like, you don't like, it's all here. I'm just like trying to get you to see and to accept the fact that it's all within you. And I know you're going to doubt yourself, but this keeps repeating itself as far as like, it's your own mind that's doubting everything. It's your own mind that's keeping you stuck. Like, you have all of the resources within you to obtain whatever it is that you want. But like, you have to listen to that wisdom, that internal guidance. You have to trust that. If you're unwilling to do that, then you're going to remain stuck. And you want to learn from people that have done it before. I was talking about this in the last reading for the fire signs. It's like, if you're attracted to people that are preaching abundance, yet you can tell that they are not abundant, they're not living the life that you want, then you're not going to get anywhere. Okay? You gotta learn from people that are walking the walk. Let's see, what else do we need to know? Oops, I had that upside down, my bad. Whale song resonating. See, that's what I was talking about. Whatever you're attracted to. So resonating, it's your vibration. It's what you're attracted to. It's what is in harmony with you. Because like I said, there is this feeling, this deep desire, excuse me, the Sagittarius energy here. Sagittarius is about I seek, and they want to explore, they want to experience, they want to understand things on a higher spiritual plane, right? But the mind gets in the way. Even though it pulls and pulls and pulls, the mind still gets in the way. So it's like you're trying to level up here, but you got to be real with yourself and look at the heart of the situation and be like, okay, there's old ways of being, old ways of doing that needs to stay in the past. There are things that you've done in the past that you maybe feel guilt or shame about. And it's like, you know what? Just, you're going to have to forgive yourself, because if you can't be proud of the strides that you've made, the positive strides that you made, and you're too focused on the negative things, then you're never going to get anywhere. Okay, we got to leave all that stuff in the past and see, where do you want to go now? Because right now you're feeling constricted. And this is just telling you, you're getting guidance, but you're not quite listening to that. You're doubting yourself. You're maybe in an energy of bitterness. And so this is telling you, like, your emotions, what you're feeling is what is resonating outwardly from you. Okay? And so if that's how you're communicating with the universe, is through your vibration. So if you're in this vibration of bitterness, of fear, of anxiety, of not trusting, then that's what you're going to experience. But if you're in the energy of harmony, trust, knowing, then it's just a nice rounded, if like the other ones feel like rigid and jagged to me, the harmony and everything feels nice and round, just like you see this whale song, right? I feel energy that way. It's like either it's sharp or it's rounded. So this is telling you, like, look at this too. They just drew my attention to this nice round energy, this whole energy, right? So whatever you're resonating with is what you are experiencing in this life now. So it's telling you, like, hey, you have the ability to grow whatever it is that you're wanting to grow. You have the ability, you have everything that you need. If you're wanting to grow financially, you can. You just have to trust yourself, and you have to be willing to let things go. Most people are highly unwilling to let things go. That's the problem. And I've been there. I speak from experience. And if you haven't taken my free workshop yet on how to stop giving your cup away and how to be able to let things go, then definitely go take that. It's going to be in the description. Okay? Let's see. What else do we need to know? The child. Look at that. Interesting, we have 2 cards that equal up to 7. So we have 61 here with the whale song. That's harmony and connections. And 1 is about creation, initiation, taking leadership. And those together are 7. And then here we have 7, the child. It's interesting because we had the child come up in the fire signs too. These are all flowing together. So when we think about the child, we think about the inner child, right? That's the one that is hurt, wounded, that fears and doubts. So when we go in there and we address the inner child and we heal the inner child, we let them know that they're safe. We let them know that they're going to be okay and that they're allowed to be that child again. Then we get to tap into the curiosity, the creativity, the wonder that is the energy of the child. Okay? Children are very sensitive because they are still connected to the other side, right? It's only as they get older that they find this disconnection because of that programming that we all experience. So we want to get back into touch, back in touch with that energy. Let's see what else. And also your resistance to applying and or tapping into your spiritual knowledge is what blocks your abundance, okay? You got to tap in all the time. Translucence, number 33, look at that, love the darkness. So what does that mean, love the darkness? The darkness is the energy within. It's the inner child. It's the emotions, okay? It's the duality of life. So when we experience life, we have the light side and the dark side, and we have both of them always. It's the balance of the universe, okay? So when it says love the darkness, that's where seeds are planted, right? That's where we grow things. That's where our emotions are. That's where the truth lies, okay? So whenever we go through a difficult time, then when we go within and we learn from that, that's how we grow. Okay, so whatever here has you doubting, we got to go within to figure out, okay, why am I doubting myself? Why am I living in fear and not allowing myself to move forward? Let's see what else. And this looks like a crow. The crow is all about the truth. That's what I was saying. That's where you find your truth. And you want to trust it because that's where you find transformation. Excuse me. Look, 16, another 7. Okay, divine being. And that's what I'm saying here. You have the ability to tap into this non-stop life force, this eternal life force. All the information, you have the ability to tap into it. Okay, so this is interesting because when I was doing the fire sign reading, it was similar. It's like you have the ability to tap into this energy, but you have to go within and you have to trust it. If you can't trust it, then, I mean, you have nowhere to go. We forget really quickly that we're this divine being. It's really easy to get knocked into that humanness, right? So this is why it's important that you have to be disciplined in tapping into that. Look, we have bear. So bear is that protective energy. And think about a bear as it goes in and hibernates. It connects or it collects everything that it needs for the winter. And it goes with the seasons, goes with the cycles. So it knows what it needs to do. It instinctually knows what it needs to do to survive, to grow, to take care of itself. And the bear goes and collects everything that it needs. It grows fatter, right? So it can go hibernate for the winter to go within. And it knows that it has everything that it needs in order to live. That it just acts on instinct. So that's a really interesting reading. I like this. This is, again, very similar to the fire signs, and it's all about financial security, knowing that you have the resources to do whatever it is that you're wanting to do, but your mind is just playing tricks on you. Okay? So, all right, my dears, I hope you enjoyed this. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. It just helps with the channel. And if you know anybody that needs to hear this, feel free to share it with them. But I like this. It's like, know that you are more than what you think. Okay? All right, my dears, I'll see you next week. Have a great week.